Many web designers struggle with staying organized, and obviously their work suffers because of daily chaos. And I used to be like that. I used to be in the same boat, right? But once I changed my approach, my revenue, my efficiency, and my focus all increased. In this video, I will guide you through setting up a powerful yet simple digital workstation tailored for freelance web designers. We will cover everything from optimizing Google Workspace and Google Chrome, tracking your time, creating an organized calendar, to storing inspiration and securing your files and logins. So whether you are a full-time freelancer or have a 9-to-5 job, this video will help you make the most of your time and help you take your work to the next level. So let's begin. Here you can see all the lessons we'll cover. In this lesson, we'll be exploring Google Workspace, one of the most powerful and accessible productivity suites available. Whether you are organizing projects, communicating with clients, or storing design files, Google Workspace offers all the essential tools to keep your workflow smooth and efficient. So let's dive into how you can set up your Google Workspace as a web designer. The first thing you have to do is go to google.com/gmail and then open a Gmail account. To do so, click here and then select for my work or business, okay? And then it will take you to this page. Ideally, you would choose the business account, so this option, right? But you will learn how to set up your business account in Module 10 when I teach you how to build your portfolio, okay? Because you will need a professional email. So keep that in mind. For now, choose this option to open your personal account. And if you already have a Gmail account that you use for, for your personal life, okay? Make sure you are not using that one for your business, okay? So open a separate one only for business, all right? So click here, add your information here, and then click next. Now you will see this page, and you have to select this option, create a Gmail address, and then click next. In this page, you can write your desired username, and then next. Then here you write your password, and then next. Here you have to add your phone number for verification. And then after that, you click here. Now you can add your recovery email. And I suggest you to add your personal email. And then you click on next. Here you can add your phone number again. And then next. Here Google is asking you if you want to associate your phone number to your account. If you want, you can click yes, or you can skip. I will click on yes. Now you will see this screen where you can review your information and then click on next. Now you will see this screen that will ask you to choose your settings. So you can just choose express and then click on next. Now you will see this page. You can read all this and then click on accept all. Check your settings and confirm by clicking here. Now you can read the privacy terms if you want and then go here and click on I agree. And now you will finally see your Google account. Okay, so now that the account is set up, let's add a profile picture. So click here and then add a nice portrait of yourself. All right, now let's set up the Gmail account. Let's go here and then click on Gmail. And now you can read this information right here and then select this one, continue with smart features, and then next. Now read this information so you can know what this is about, and then select this one, and then done. Click here. Now let's personalize the account a little bit. So let's go here, and then see all settings. And now here, this is very interesting because Gmail gives you a little bit of time to undo when you send an email, and the default is 5 seconds, and I advise you to change it to 30. And this is very useful because sometimes you send an email and you be like, oh wow, I have to change something. So with this, you have 30 seconds to rectify. Okay, so now it's set to 30. Let's scroll down until we see signature. And then let's click here, create new. Add a name, for example, signature. Now click on create, and then you will see this box, okay? So click here, and then add a signature, something like this, for example. Now scroll down a little and you will see these options right here. So what it says for new email use, select main signature, and then here as well, and then check this, okay? Now scroll down and click on Save Changes. Now every time we compose an email, we will see the signature right here, okay? Now let's do something very important. Let's go here, then click on More, and then select these, like the spam folder, and then let's drag it right here so we can see it at all times, okay? Because sometimes emails land in the spam folder and we don't want to miss any emails, all right? Now let's set the Google Drive. So let's go here, then we click here, and then we click on Drive. Now we are inside of our Google Drive. And the next thing we will do is create 3 folders. One for the design files, another one for the archive, and then another one for deliverables. And to do so, we will go here, and then click on New, and then New Folder, and then we will name our folder Design Files, and then Create. And now we'll see the first folder here. Now we'll create the other 2 folders. So we'll go here again, and then we click here, we click New Folder, and then we name our folder Archive, and then Create. And now we can see it here, and we'll do the same thing again. And now we have our 3 folders. Now let's click here to change the order, okay? And then double click to open the folder. Now we are inside of the design files folder. Now let's create some subfolders inside of this folder in order to have, our files better organized. So we right click, new folder, and then we add a name, for example, images, then create. And then we do the same thing. We create another folder. We can name it videos, for example. And then we create another one for other files. All right. Now we have these 3 subfolders inside of this folder. And now let's say we want to add an image inside of this folder. Okay, so we double click to open the folder, and then we select the image we want to add, and then we drag and drop. Now we'll see here how it's uploading, and we have it here. Okay, you can change the view if you want by clicking here, and now you can see the thumbnail. All right. Okay, now let's go back to the main folder. And as you can see, we have this view because we changed it. Remember that we changed it. If you want to see it as a list, you can click here, okay? But I prefer to see it as a grid, okay? So now imagine that you want to change the name of a folder. You can right click and then rename, and now you can rename the folder, all right? And now let's say you want to share these, these folders with the company or agency you are working with. So you would go here, and then you can share the folders individually. Like you right click and then share. And now you will see this pop up. And here you can edit the permissions. Normally it's going to be restricted, so only the people you invite will be able to access this folder, okay? So you would just add their email here, okay? And then done. You can also copy the link and share it with them elsewhere, all right? That's it. Before we move to the other parts of the Google Suite, let's create a master folder, basically a folder that's going to be the project folder, and all these other folders will be inside. So let's create that right now. For example, and then create, and now we have this folder, okay? Now we can select these other folders and then drag them inside. This is perfect for better organization. And this is the folder you would share, okay? There are many other options and sections inside of Google Drive, so feel free to explore them. Now I will show you how to create and organize your documents. So the first thing we will do is go inside of this folder, okay? And then we'll create another folder named Documents. Now we double click this folder, and then we go to New, Google Docs, and then we click to create our document. Now you can rename the document, then add the content you want, and then when you go back to your Google Drive, you will see it right here, okay? Inside of the Documents folder. Let's go back to the document, and then let's write something right here. So if we want to collaborate with others and have them write comments and then write comments ourselves and all that stuff, we can just select whatever part of the text we want to comment, and then right click and then click here where it says comment. And now this will pop up, and then you can write whatever comment you want. And then now this will be highlighted because there is a comment right here. If you want to share this document, you can do it so by clicking here, okay? It's the same thing as sharing a folder, all right? And then you have many other options here as well, okay? So as I said before, feel free to explore. Now let's go back to the drive, and then let's create another folder named Spreadsheets. Here we have it. Now double click, and here is where we'll store all our spreadsheets, okay? Because you will probably be using many spreadsheets, so it's better to have them in their own folder. And this is for the project spreadsheets, okay? So any spreadsheet you share with your client. Your own business and personal spreadsheets will go in different folders, and your other documents and files as well. Don't worry, because we'll be setting up that in a moment. To create a spreadsheet, we do the same thing we did to create the document. We go here, and then Google Sheets, and then after we click, we will see our spreadsheet. And spreadsheets can be as simple or as complex as you want. And you would use spreadsheets to track your finances, maybe to track your outreach efforts, or even your diet, a lot of different stuff. You could use different apps to do that, but I like to use Google Sheets because, first of all, it's free, and then it allows me to customize a lot of different stuff. I've prepared a bunch of documents and spreadsheets you can use, and to get access, you have to be a member of our community, and you can join for free. You can join now by going to webdesignerscollective.com. So once you join our community, you go to the classroom section right here, and then you will see these cards, okay? And then you click on this one where it says exclusive guides and documents. And then when you click, you will be taken to this page. And here you will see a bunch of different video guides and documents, okay? And then when you scroll down, you will see the spreadsheets. Okay, now it's just one spreadsheet, but I will be adding more. So by the time you join, you might see more documents, okay, depending on when you join. So once you are in this page, go here and then click this link to access the spreadsheet. All right, and you will see this spreadsheet. Okay, now go to File right here, and then click, and then make a copy. And then you will see this. Now you can change the name, like you can rename it to something like this, for example. You add your name, and then freelance financial statements, and then you click on make a copy. And now this will open in a new tab, and it will be automatically saved into your Google Drive right here. Okay, you can watch the module 6 of this course where I explain this spreadsheet. Okay, so go to module 6 and watch it if you haven't, because it's very important. Okay, now let's go back to our Google Drive, and then let's create our business and personal folders. So let's create them. Right click and then new folder, and this one can be called freelancing, and then we create another one named personal. Now let's go inside of the freelancing folder. We double click, and then we create a subfolder, and then we name it documents. Then we create it, and then we create another one. We name it spreadsheets, and then another one, other files, and then another one for archive. And these are the main folders, but you can create other folders to add more stuff you want to have in here. Okay, now let's go back, and now we can move this spreadsheet inside of the spreadsheet subfolder that's inside of the freelancing folder. Okay, and to do so, we click here, these 3 dots, and then we go to organize, and then move. And now this will pop up. Okay, and what we have to do now is click here on this arrow, okay, on view contents and the spreadsheets, and then move. Okay, and now as we can see, it's inside. Inside of Google Drive, you can create other amazing stuff. For example, you can create Google Slides, Google Forms. And Google Slides are very useful, but I prefer to use Figma, okay, to design my presentations. And in Module 12, I will show you how to design beautiful presentations to support your meetings with potential clients, okay? Okay, so now it's time to talk about the Google Calendar. Google Calendar helps you stay on top of deadlines and meetings. You can schedule client review sessions or project milestone dates, and time block your own work periods for deep focus on design or management tasks. And also, Google Calendar integrates seamlessly with Google Meet, making it easy to set up and host virtual meetings with clients. To access the calendar, go here, and then click on Calendar. And the first thing you will see is this, pop-up. And you can use it to download the app into your phone. All right. You can change the view of the calendar. So now it's set to week. I like to set it to month. All right. So now we can see the entire month. And once I have this view, what I like to do is to create the schedule for deep work. Okay. So for example, for me, I choose from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. and that's 4 hours. And I recommend you to, to log in 4 hours at least for deep work. That's the same thing I advise you to do in Module 1, okay? So at least 4 hours. If you can't because you have different responsibilities and then you have another job or whatever, you can reduce it to 3 or 2 or whatever you can. The important thing is that you have a couple of hours at least of deep work. Okay, ideally 4 hours, but if you can't, then whatever you can. Okay, so let's set it up. To do so, let's click inside of a day, for example, Monday, all right, the 14th, and then you will see this pop up. Then here you can add a name like deep work, for example, and then add a time. And in my case, it would be 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, 4 hours. And then here where it says does not repeat, then you select daily if you want to work every day or, every weekday. Okay, in my case, I would choose every weekday. All right. And then here you can select your time zone. All right. You can change it if you have to. And then click OK. And now click on Save. And you will see it appear. Okay. And then the next thing I want you to set is basically 30 minutes, okay, every day to soak in inspiration. And this is extremely important. I will leave a link in the description with a bunch of different websites you can use, but it's basically 30 minutes that you will use to observe, contemplate, and appreciate great design. I will also link some amazing design books inside of the document, okay? So you can get it by clicking the link in the description. I like to set these 30 minutes right before my deep work session. So that's what I will do. Click here, and then we can call it inspiration. And then we do the same thing we did, okay? Add a time. Then this will be 6:30 to 7 a.m. And then every weekday. And then we save. And now here we have it, okay? Every weekday. Now, if you want, you can change this to week, so you can better see the time in a graphic way. And you can change the colors as well. Like you click and then edit, and you can change it here. And then save. And then all events, so it changes the color on all the events, okay? And then okay. And now you can see it, all right? Let's change it back to month. And these are the essentials, okay? At least every weekday, okay? And if you can't every weekday, try to, maximize the times you do deep work and the times you, soak in inspiration, okay? And the good thing about this is that you can have a view of everything you do every day, okay? And if you don't do these things, right, when you open the calendar and you see them, then you will know that you are full off, okay? Seeing this every day helps you stay accountable. And now that we have the essentials, you can add other stuff. Like, for example, your hours of sleep, your hours of going to the gym, and then the hours you spend time with your family. So all that, okay? Every time you have a client meeting, it's the same thing. You can just add it here, okay? So you click, and then you add a name, and then you set the time and everything. And you can add a Google Meet conference call, okay? And in case you want to use Zoom, I will show you in a moment how to integrate Zoom into your Google Suite. You can change the color here as well, and then save. Okay, now in order to integrate Zoom into your Google Suite, you have to go to this URL, okay? So basically workspace.google.com/marketplace. And you will see this page. Now here in the search bar, write Zoom, and then press enter, and then click on this one, the first one, okay? The one that has the most downloads. And then click on install. Now click on continue, and then click here on your email, and then continue. Then you scroll down, allow, and that's it. Now when you come back to your Google Calendar and refresh the page, you will see this icon right here, okay? And when you click, you will see this. And if you have a Zoom account, you can sign in. And if not, you can click here and then create an account. Let's assume that you don't have an account. So you click here, and then this will take you to the Zoom page. And then you can sign up with Google by clicking here. Then you click here, then continue. Then you add the information here, and then you press continue. Now you can leave this unchecked and click on create account. So this is your Zoom dashboard, and you can download the app into your computer, okay? Now let's go back to the calendar. Let's refresh the page. And then when you click here, you can now sign in. Now you have to check this box and then click on allow. Now you confirm. You can close this window. And now we successfully connected Zoom with the Google Suite, okay? Now every time we schedule a meeting here, we'll see the Zoom call option. For example, if we click here, we'll see some settings appear here. And then you can set, change the settings if you want, and then click on add meeting. And then it will be added here. All right. Now let's add a title and time. And then you can add people by clicking here and adding their email. Okay. You can add a description if you want, and then change the color. And then save. Now it's here. And when you click, you will see all the information, okay? There is a very nice tool here inside of the Google Calendar, and it's basically a tool that allows you to add and organize your tasks, and it's right here. Okay, so you click, and you will see this page. Now you click here to add a task, and then you can add a title, and then some details. And then you can set the date and time. And then this option is in case you want to repeat this task. But if you want this task to be a task that you do only once, for example, you can just leave it like this and click OK. Now you'll see your task here. And what is nice about this is that you will see it as well right here in your calendar. Okay. And then you can click here and you will see all the information, and you can mark it as complete. And then when you go to the tasks page, you will see how the task is now complete. All right. And now you can add more tasks. You can rename the list right here. All right. And you have a bunch of different options, so feel free to explore. Now I will show you how to use Google Keep which is basically an app that helps you write and organize quick notes. And to access the app, just go here and then scroll down and click here. Now you can write a note right here. You can add a title. And then you have a bunch of different options. You can share these with your clients or your team, okay? And then add some customization and then attach images. You can archive the note, and then here you have more options, okay? You can delete, add a label, all that stuff. And then you can also pin the note by clicking here, okay? And then if you want Google to remind you about this note, you can click here and then set it up, all right? You will see your notes here, okay? And what's nice about this app is that you will also see the notes across the different apps inside of the Google Suite. For example, let's go to the calendar. And then when you click here, you will see your notes, okay? Same thing if we go to the Gmail account, you will see your notes here. And now to end this lesson, we'll go back to Gmail, okay? And we'll organize our inbox. All right, so the first thing we'll do is to close this, okay? And then this. Now we will change the view, okay? So go here, click on settings, and then scroll down until you see unread first. Then check this. And now you will see the unread emails here and everything else below, okay? You can play around with the settings, okay, and then customize it if you want. But this is how I set up my inbox. Now we'll set the labels because sometimes you will receive a lot of emails and you will miss a lot of emails if you don't set labels. So let's do it. Go to see all settings right here and then go to labels right here. And then scroll down until you see create new label and then click. Now let's add a name. And then you can nest labels, under another label. But for now, we just click create. And here we can see the label. Here you can see the label as well. And here you can add a color, for example, green. Now let's assign this label to an email. Let's go back to the inbox. So this is what happens when you don't have labels, okay? Let's say you have here hundreds or even thousands of emails. If you don't have labels, you will miss a bunch of emails because it will be difficult for you to identify them, right? So let's say this is a client email and we want to add a label. We can do so by going here and then clicking here and then adding the email address. So this represents, it's just like an example, but this would be your client's email, okay? And then you click on create filter and then apply the label and you select the label. And make sure to check this option as well. Never send it to spam. And then click on create filter. And now we have the filter created. So every new email from this client, okay, will have a label. Let me show you. Here is the new email and the label, okay? And now it's easier to see the emails from this client. And then if you go here where it says labels and you click, you will see all the emails from this client organized in this inbox. So labels are very useful. I've prepared a document that you will find in the description of this video. And in that document, you will find all the labels you have to create to organize your freelance web design business. Now I will show you a very cool feature. Let's say it's Sunday morning and then you want to send an email, but you want the recipient to receive it on Monday. So what you can do is schedule the sending of the email. This is how you do it. When you compose an email, you add a recipient. And then here, instead of clicking on send, you click on more send options right here, and then schedule send. And now this will pop up. Here you will see some preset dates and times, or you can customize it by clicking here. And then let's say we want to send it on the Monday, the 21st of October. We click here and then we change the time. Let's say we want to send it at 10 a.m. And then we click on send. And now we'll see the scheduled email here. Google Workspace is a powerful suite that helps you stay organized, collaborate effortlessly, and manage all aspects of your web design projects. As you begin integrating these tools into your workflow, you will notice how much smoother your project management and client communication can be. In the next lesson, we'll dive into more tools that will enhance your digital workstation. In this lesson, you've learned how to set up and organize your Google Workspace. Let's move to the next lesson. As a freelance web designer, you rely on several online tools, research resources, and client communication channels. Keeping your browser organized can drastically improve productivity and streamline your workflow. In this lesson, we'll explore key strategies to organize Google Chrome so that you can manage your projects efficiently. I want to mention that you should keep your personal Chrome profile and your freelancing Chrome profile separated, okay? Because if not, it's going to be chaotic. So make sure to do that. And you can do that by going here and then clicking on your profile, right? And then here you will see your other profiles. And if you don't have any profiles here, you can click on add. And then this will pop up and here you can sign in, okay? And every time you want to switch to a different profile, you can do so by going here again and then choosing your other profile. So with Google Chrome open, we will activate and organize our bookmark bar. Okay, so to do that, let's go here and then click these dots, right? And then go to bookmarks and lists and then show bookmarks bar. And then you click and it will show right here, okay? Now right click and then add folder right here. And this will pop up. And then you add a name. And you can name this folder projects, for example, or client projects. And then save. And here you have it. Okay. And now it's time to create subfolders inside of this main folder. Okay. So it will be a folder for each client. So while we are hovering here, we right click and then add folder. And now this will pop up and we will add a name. For example, client 1. All right. And then we save. And now we'll see the folder inside. Okay. And this is empty now, but here you would add a link to the client's folder inside of the Google Drive, and also a link to the different specific tools you are using for this client if you are using specific tools, and also links to different files and documents, basically everything related to the work you are doing for this client. Okay. Now let's create the subfolders inside of the client's folder to better organize it. So we go here, we click, and then while we are hovering, we right click and then add folder. And then we'll create the dashboard subfolder. So we add a name, dashboard, and then we save. Now we'll see it here. Okay, and this folder will contain basically all the dashboards we are using to work with this client. For example, a Trello dashboard, a Google Sheet dashboard, or any of the dashboards you are using. So now that you know how to create folders and subfolders, I will leave a link in the description with a document that contains the entire Google Chrome folder structure so you can better organize your projects, okay? Now let's create the next folder, which will be the inspiration folder. We add the name, and then we save. inside of this folder, you can add all the sources of inspiration, like websites, image galleries, books, everything. In this module, I will teach you how to use a browser app called MyMind, save all your sources of inspiration, and then maintain everything organized. But it's also nice to have this folder right here in the bookmarks bar, okay? And to use all the capabilities of the MyMind app, you have to pay a subscription, okay? And that's why having this free alternative that lives inside of your browser, it's a good option for those who cannot afford to pay the MyMind subscription. You will also find in the document linked in the description the subfolder structure for this folder and all the other folders we will create, okay? So I created all the folders and you can move them around. For example, you can reorder this one and add it here, okay? And remember to download the document linked in the description so you can know exactly how to structure them. Now I will show you a very nice feature. Let's say you are working on multiple tabs. There is a way to group the tabs so you can quickly access the different pages inside of the group. First, I will show you how to add a link inside of a subfolder. In my case, I want to add a link to this spreadsheet. And to do so, I just go here, okay, and then drag this and then inside of the subfolder. I already have this link, so I want to add it below. You can add it above or below. And then you just place it here. And now it's here, okay? Now let's say you are working on a project and you want to have multiple tabs open. Instead of having all tabs open and messy, you can group them. And I will show you how to do that right now. To group the tabs, go here. And then you hover on the subfolder and then you right click. And then you click here where it says open all in new tab group. And then you will see this appear. Here you have some options and you can also change the color. And now as you can see, these tabs are grouped. And you can show and hide the tabs by clicking here, okay? And now let's say you don't want it to appear here, okay? You can right click and then close group. And now it will appear right here. You can click and it will open again. Now I will show you something very nice. Let's say Figma released a new update or something, and then you want to check everything, but you don't have time right now. So what you can do is add this page inside of a reading list. And to do that, you just have to come here and then click here and then go to bookmarks and lists. And then here you will see reading list. And then you can click add tab to reading list. Okay, and now we added the this page to the reading list. And if we want to see the reading list, you can go here again and then bookmarks and list and then show reading list. And now it will appear here, okay, on the right side. And you can pin the reading list by clicking here. So it shows every time you close it, it shows here, okay? You can mark it as read, unread. You can delete it as well. So use this to add and organize blog posts, articles, case studies, or whatever you want to read. On Google Chrome, you can also add extensions to enhance your workflow. And you can do so by going here and then where it says extensions and then manage extensions. And here in this page, you will see all your extensions, okay? Now, if you want to discover and install more extensions, you can do so by clicking this link right here, or also going to the menu and then extensions and visit Chrome Web Store. And it will take you to the Chrome Web Store. And here you can browse for different apps or you can directly search. And then when you see an extension you want to try, like this one, for example, you go here where it says add to Chrome and then you click and then you click here, okay? And it will add the extension automatically to Chrome. Now you will see this icon right here. And when you click, you will see your extensions. And you can pin this extension here in the toolbar. Like when you click, Now you can see it here, okay? And to access the extension, now you just have to click on this icon. And here you have some options. You can remove the extension and manage the settings and all that stuff. I will leave a link in the description with a document that contains a list of a bunch of different extensions curated for web designers. The document will contain explanations of what each of the extensions do and some use cases and examples as well. Before we move to the next lesson, I want to show you something very important. And it's basically that you have to synchronize your account across multiple devices. So whenever you log in a different computer, you will keep all the custom settings. And to do that, you have to click on your profile right here. And then right now I have it set to on, but if it's off, you will see an option to set it to on. In this lesson, you've learned how to organize Google Chrome to improve productivity. And now it's time to move to the next lesson. In this lesson, I will show you how to use an app I discovered not too long ago. It's an AI-powered app that helps you store and automatically organize basically anything that inspires you. I always emphasize the importance of staying inspired by browsing and curating different images, videos, designs, patterns, and resources. Whether it's a color palette, a font you love, or a user interface design that catches your eye, this app will help you keep track of it all effortlessly. Before we continue, I want to mention that I'm not affiliated with the company that made this app. So this is not a sponsored review or anything like that. It's just my honest opinion and advice. And this applies to all the apps I show in this video. The app is called MyMind. And it basically works as an extension of your mind. So instead of creating complex folder systems or worrying about organizing inspiration manually, which is a valid option too if you can't afford to subscribe to this tool. I mean, you can use Pinterest, Figma, a folder on your computer, or other free tools. But I like this tool because it leverages AI technology to categorize and tag everything for you, making it super easy to find whatever you need later on. And I know it's relative, but this tool is not too expensive. And they even offer a free account, as they say here, that you can use within some storage limits. I will show you how to save web design inspiration, manage your references, and build a collection of design elements that will fuel your creativity. You will basically learn how to use this tool as part of your daily workflow to stay inspired and organized as a web designer. So the first thing you have to do is create an account. So go here where it says login and then click and you will see this page. Now click here and then sign up with Google. Now click here and then continue. Now click here where it says set up MyMind. And then read this and click where it says I understand. Then click this button. And this one. And then this one. Now let's install the Chrome extension by clicking here. Then choose Chrome and then add to Chrome. Now you can see the extension here. Now let's pin the extension into the toolbar by going here and then clicking here. And now we can see the extension right here. Now I will show you how to add stuff into your MyMind. So this is Search System, a website that I use very often to find inspiration. And this site has like an infinite scroll that you can use to find, a bunch of different concepts for inspiration. And they also have this index, which is very well organized, and you can find a bunch of stuff. Let's click on websites. And let's say that you like how this mockup is displayed. So you click and then right click and add to MyMind. Okay, so this one is saved. Let's add something else. Let's go back to the index and then click on cosmetics, for example. And let's say we like this packaging, which is incredible, by the way. So we right click and then add to MyMind. Now let's say you want to save this tweet into your mind. You can do so by clicking here. Now let's say you like how this project is displayed. So you save it to your mind. Now let's say you are working on a project for a retail store and you need some inspiration and you like this book. So you save it to your mind. Now I will show you something very nice. Let's say you are reading this article and then you like this passage. You can select it and then right click and add it to your mind. And then when you go to the app, you will see now everything you saved so far. Even the passage of the article linked to the article. Now you will see something very interesting. When you go back to the app and then click here, for example, you can see how the app added some tags automatically. You can even see right here some color codes inspired by this image. Remarkable. The search function right here is so smooth. Check it out. You can also write some notes. And create spaces to better organize everything. You can choose a color for this space. And here you have it. And whenever you want to add something to a space, like this website, for example, you right click and then add to space and you select the space. And now when you go to the space right here, you will find the website here. So that's it. It's very easy to use and you have more options here and then here. All right, so check it out. In this lesson, you've learned what the MyMind app is and how to use it. Now let's move to the next lesson. In this lesson, we are going to dive into how you can use Trello to manage your clients and design projects effectively. Trello is an incredibly flexible project management tool that allows you to visualize your tasks, track progress, and collaborate seamlessly. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to set up your Trello board, organize client projects, and link important documents like briefs, design files, and spreadsheets to keep everything organized in one place. So let's get started. The first thing you have to do is go to Trello.com, okay, in order to open an account. And to do so, you go here and then click. It will take you to this page. And then you click here where it says continue with Google. And then you select your account. And then continue. And you will be taken to this page. Now click here. And when you land in this page, you can click skip on all the options. And then you will be taken inside of your dashboard. Now you can customize it a little bit. I will change the background color. You can do it so by going here, and then clicking here, and then change background. And you can use some photos they have some preset colors as well. Or you can upload a custom background, which is what I will do right now. So I will select this image as background. Now it looks much better. So in Trello, we organize work by creating different boards, like one for each client, for example. And you will see all your boards here, okay? And now we have this one, which is the default board, but we can change the name by going here, clicking, and then writing whatever name we want. So for this example, I will write client 1. And now it changes here, okay? Now let's organize our board. So these are the 3 columns that Trello gives us by default. but we'll create some more. So you go here and then click and then add a name. We'll add awaiting review and then add list. Then we create another one named on hold and then add list. And now that we have all our columns, we'll reorder them. So on hold, we'll go here. Okay, you can click and drag, and then awaiting review will go here. Okay, so this is the order. Let's capitalize this so the format is the same. Okay. Okay, now I will explain what each of these lists should contain. Let's archive these two so we can start from scratch. Click here and then archive and then the same thing here. Okay, so now it's empty. In this column, you add everything you have to do. Let's say you started a project and then you have to create the mood board. So you click here and then you write mood board and then you press enter. And then let's say after the mood board, you have to create the wireframe. So you do the same thing. And then press enter. And then after the wireframes, let's say you have to do the hi-fi design. You do the same thing. Now you can close. And then when you click on each of these, you will see this window with a bunch of options, okay? And I will explain them to you right now. Here below notifications, we can see this option. And if we click, this will appear, this eye. And basically what this does is that every time there is a change or an update inside of this card, will be notified, okay? And then we can see this field where we can add a description. When we click, you can type whatever, all right? And then you can add a priority to this card. So for example, the highest, high. And then when you close, I will show you, it appears here. So very useful. Here in this area, you will see the activity log. So every time you add something or make a change, it will appear here. So you can keep track. And you can also write comments here. And you can tag people, like by writing the ad. And then you will see your team members or clients here. Or you can tag all members on the card or all members on the board, okay? By clicking this button, you can join a card and then you will appear here. Okay, and you can leave if you click again. Here you can see all the labels. Okay, you can search for a label or you can create one if you don't have a label or you want to create a new one. Okay, and then you can write here the title and then select a color and then create. And now it will appear here. Okay, and here as well. And if you click, the label will expand so you can better see it. You can also add a checklist by going here and then clicking. And here you can change the title or you can keep it like this and then add, and you will see the checklist right here. And then you can start adding items like, for example, and then stuff like that, right? And then by clicking here, as you complete the tasks, you will see the progress. You can set dates by clicking here. And let's say the due date is the 27th. You click here, and then here you can set a reminder and then save. And now you'll see here the due date. Here you can add attachments. And then you can also add the location. I mean, some of these options you will probably never use, but they are here. And then you can add a custom cover. For example, let's say you can add like a color. You can also upload your own cover. For example, if you are designing a website, you can add a screenshot of the website or something like that, or the design or whatever. Let's select this one, for example. And now you can see it here. And then you can also see it here. Looks nice. You can also create custom fields by clicking here. And then let's say we want to create one for complexity. We write the name. And then we select drop down, and then we create the options like high, then medium, and then low. And then we can add a color for each. This, like this, for example. And then we click on create, and now we'll see it here. Okay. And then also right here. Here we can see the power-ups, and when you click here, it will take you to this page where you can see a bunch of different integrations. And don't worry, because before ending this lesson, I will tell you which apps you should integrate and how to do it. Let's close this for now. You can also add some automations here. I don't use this option, but feel free to explore. And then here you have other options like to move this card, to copy, to make a template, to archive, and share. Very straightforward. Now I will show you the workflow. So here in the to-do list, we have everything we have to do, right? So let's say we started doing the mood boards. All we have to do is click and then drag here to doing, okay? And then after we complete everything, we add it right here, awaiting review. And then here, the client will leave some comments and a little bit of back and forth. And then after that, we can move it to done. However, if the task is not complete because let's say the client is taking too long to send information or whatever, we move it to on hold, okay? And that's basically it, very simple. Now let's add some integration. So let's click here, these three dots, and then power-ups. This page will open, and then right here, write Google. And then we'll add the Google Drive and also the Google Calendar. Now we can close this. And now when we click a card, we'll see the integration right here. And then now we have to connect our Google account. So we click, and then let's say we want to attach a file. We click, and then link Google Drive account. Now this will pop up. Then we click on our account, and then continue. Select all. We scroll down, and then continue. Now we click on attach a file. Then we'll see all of our files and folders inside of our Google account. Then you can select a file by clicking and then clicking select. And now it's here. And if you click, it will take you to the file. In this case, this image. Now let's connect our Google Calendar. So let's click on this card. And then right here where it says Google Calendar Events, we click. Then we click on Authorize. And then this window will pop up. We scroll down. And then Allow. Now let's click again on the card. And then let's go here where it says Google Calendar Events again. And then Open Settings. And now we'll see this pop up. And then we click on Add New. And we select our Google account here. And then we'll see this pop up. We click on our account. And then continue. Select all. We scroll down. Continue. And now we select our email. We select our calendar. This one. And then next. Here we choose one-way sync from Trello to Google Calendar to avoid any mix-ups between different client boards. This way, tasks and deadlines from Trello will show up in Google Calendar, but changes made in the calendar won't affect Trello. This keeps everything organized by client while still letting us track deadlines visually in Google Calendar. Now you can save, and that's it. You have to keep in mind that with the free plan, you only can add one power-up per board. So if you can't afford the subscription right now, it's fine, but you'd have to make the updates manually. So this board is already connected with Google Calendar. So let me show you. For example, let's go here where it says wireframes, and then let's add a due date. For example, the 29th, and then save. Now, when we go to our Google Calendar and refresh the page, we can see the wireframes here, okay? Perfectly synchronized. Now, let's say you have another client and you want to copy the structure of this board. You can do so by going here and then clicking the three dots and then copy board. And then uncheck this, add a name, for example, client 2, and then create. And now you will have an empty board. And to differentiate this board from the other one, we can change the background color by going here and then change background, and then we can change the background here. And now every time we switch boards, the background changes. All right, that's it. Now you know how to use Trello. And as always, feel free to explore because there are many more options, but you don't need to use every single option, okay? Keep it simple. In the next lesson, I will show you how to use Slack for ongoing communications. In this lesson, you'll learn how to set up and use Trello to keep your projects and client communication organized, and also how to integrate Trello with Google Drive and Calendar to keep everything synchronized. In this lesson, I will show you how to use Slack to streamline communication and project management as a web designer. Whether working with clients, developers, or collaborators, Slack helps centralize conversations, share files, and track tasks, all in one place. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to use Slack to stay organized and improve efficiency in your design projects. All right, let's get started. The first thing you have to do is go to slack.com and then click here where it says Get Started. Now you will see this page and you can choose this option, Continue with Google. Click, and then you select your account, and then Continue. Now you will see this page, and then right here you can select No, and then create a workspace. Here you can add a name for your workspace. You can name it whatever you want. And then you click on Next. Now you can write your name here. You can add a profile picture and then click on Next. Here you can invite people to your workspace if you want. If not, you can skip this step. Here you can write something like design projects, for example. The next. And then here you can choose Start with Free. And now you are inside of your workspace. Now I suggest you to go to slack.com/downloads to download the desktop version. So once you are in this page, you can click on this button and proceed with the download and installation. And once you download and install Slack, you can open the app directly in your computer, or you can click here and then here and then open Slack. You can first check this and then open Slack. And now you will see the desktop version of the app. And all these apps like Google Suite, Trello, and Slack have a mobile version. So you can download the apps into your phone. Okay, the first thing you have to do is set up your profile. To do so, click here and then Profile, and this will open. And here you can click Edit. And now you will see this window. And here you can edit your name, add a nickname, change your profile picture, add a title. And this is very cool. You can actually record how your name is pronounced. This is very nice. And here you can write the pronunciation. And also, this is important. You have to select your time zone, especially if you are working remotely with people in different time zones. So set it up and then save changes. Now I will walk you through this sidebar. So here you can see your workspace icon, And you can add another workspace here, and then the icon will appear here, and you can switch between workspaces by clicking on the icons. Here you can see your home button, and then the DMs. When you hover, you will see all your DMs here. And then you have your activity. It's basically a log. And then when you hover on later, you will see your reminders here. And then when you hover on more, you can see more options, the automations, the huddles, which are basically calls that happen within Slack, the canvases to curate content and collaborate, the lists to track and manage projects, and then all the files shared within Slack, the channels, the people, and also all the external connections. Usually you will work with people that have their own Slack workspace, and then they will integrate into your workspace, and you can find them here. And they would only have access to the channels that you invite them to, so you can keep everything else private. Here you can find all your channels, and then you can create new channels by clicking here and then create new channel. And then this will open. You can add a name for the channel, like for example, and then next. And then you can make it public or private. Let's make it private, and then create. And now you can invite people if you want, and then skip for now. And now you will see the channel right here. And as you can notice, it has a lock. It means that this channel is private. All right, now let's talk about conversations. So when you click here on your name, you will open this chat with yourself basically. And you can use this to write some drafts, add links to some articles or whatever. And you can write your messages by clicking here and then writing. And then you can format the text. You can add links. You can attach files by clicking here. You can add emojis. You can tag people. You can record a video. You can send voice notes. You can also add code or code blocks. And to send the message, you can simply press enter, or you can click here. And you can also schedule the message for later by clicking here. Now let's check out the preferences. You can do so by clicking here and then preferences, and you will see this window. Now here you can see the different settings, and the first one is notifications. And you can set if you want Slack to notify you on direct messages, mentions, and keywords, or nothing. And I advise you to select this one, direct messages, mentions, and keywords. And on keywords, you can write your name. So in the case someone says your name without directly mentioning you, you will get notified. When you scroll down, you can set a notification schedule that aligns with your work hours. And then if you scroll down, you can see more options to further customize your notifications. Here are more options you can explore, and you can also change the appearance of the app by clicking here. And then you can choose between light and dark mode. You can also change the color right here. And when you scroll down, you have more color options. And that's it. You can save. Now let's integrate some apps. Whenever you want to integrate an app, you can do so by hovering here where it says more, and then click on automations, and this will open. Now click where it says apps right here, and you will see a bunch of apps. And we will integrate these 4 apps: Google Drive, Google Calendar, Zoom, and Trello. So click on add. It will take you to this page, and all you have to do now is click on this button where it says add to Slack. Now click on allow. Then click on your Google account, then continue, select all, then continue, and that's it. Now do the same thing with Google Calendar, Zoom, and Trello. When you try to add Zoom, you will be asked if you want to add Zoom for all members or for yourself. Select this one, Zoom for all members, and then click add now. After clicking, you will be taken to this page, and you can click on Google. Now select your account, and then allow, then connect Workspace, allow again, and that's it. And to add Trello, you click here, and then here, Trello Workspace. Here you scroll down, and then add to Slack. Allow again, and that's it. Now when you go back to your Slack workspace, you will see the apps right here. Now you will receive all the Google Drive updates right here, okay? Same thing with Trello, and here you have some instructions. You can also check out the documentation. Same thing with Zoom, and then Google Calendar. And that's it. In this lesson, you've learned how to set up and use Slack to have a more centralized communication channel with your clients, and also how to integrate Slack with Google Drive, Google Calendar, Zoom, and Trello for a seamless workflow. In this lesson, I will guide you through the basics of backing up your Google Drive files to a physical hard drive. While Google Drive provides cloud storage and easy access to your files from anywhere, it's always important to have a local backup in case of internet issues or potential data loss. A physical hard drive ensures you have an offline copy of all your important documents and files, making sure they are safer and accessible. At the end of this lesson, I will also show you how to export and save your Figma files into your external hard drive. Here is why you should back up your Google Drive files to a physical hard drive. Number one, redundancy. Even though cloud storage is fairly secure, having a local copy ensures your files are protected in case of accidental deletions or if you lose access to the internet. Number two, accessibility. You can access your files and documents anytime, as I said, even without internet connection, which can be crucial when you are working remotely or traveling. Number three, security. Backing up to a physical drive adds an extra layer of security for sensitive documents or client files. In terms of which hard drive to use, you can use any with enough capacity, but this is the one I use. And you can find it in different places like Amazon and in other stores. And they have different capacities. The one I have is 5 terabytes, but you can also get the 2 terabytes, which is a little bit cheaper. Now I will show you how to automate your backups. The first thing you have to do is go to this URL. Okay, I will leave it in the description of this video. And then once you are inside of this page, click here where it says Downloads. And now click here where it says Download Drive for Desktop. And then proceed with the installation. After installing the application, you will see this window and you can sign up. Connect your Google account. And then sign in, and you will see this message. Now when you reopen the app, you will see this window, and here you will see the option to add a folder. Click here. Now you will see this window pop up, and as you can see, I navigated to my external hard drive, and inside of my external hard drive, I created this folder. You can name it whatever you want, and then inside of this folder, I have these other subfolders. Now I will go back and then select this folder by clicking here where it says select folder. And as you can see, this will be my backup folder. Now we click on next and then got it. You can skip this and then next. Now you will see this and you can click on next. And now click here where it says open drive. Now you will see that little window on the bottom left, confirming that everything is synchronized. When you open the Drive app, you will see this window. And here you can see all your folders and files. Now I will show you how everything is synchronized. I'm here on my Google Drive and inside of the personal folder. Now I will add an image from my computer to my Google Drive. Okay, the image is here. And now when I open my local Google Drive folder, I can see the image here. So everything is perfectly synchronized. Okay, now some heads up. Let's say you want to create a backup and you basically try to create a folder right here. Let me create a folder and let's say we can call it October 22nd backup. Then we try to copy this entire folder here. We'll see this error. And this happens because this is not the actual file, it's just a link. So basically what you have to do is to download the spreadsheets and documents manually. And you can do that by going to the document or the spreadsheet and then go to File and then Download, and you have many options here. You can also use a tool called Google Takeout, and you can access by going to this URL. And this tool basically helps you download the content in your Google account. And as you can see, you have everything here from all these different Google apps. Okay, so what you have to do is go here where it says deselect all, and then you click, and then you scroll down until you see Google Drive, and then you select it, and then go to the bottom of the page, and then next steps. Now you will see this, and here you can select the destination, and then the frequency, and then the file type, and the file size. And when you are ready, you click on Create Export. And you will see this message, and that's it. Now you can create a weekly task on your calendar, so you are reminded to do the backup every week. Let's say you want to be reminded every Friday. So let's click here and then select task, and we add a title, for example, weekly backup, and then we add a time, 12 p.m. for example. And then we click here, and then we select weekly on Friday, and then we save. That's it, now it's here. You can also see it on your tasks page, right here. Now I will explain to you why backing up your Figma files locally is important. While Figma is a highly reliable cloud-based design tool, it's essential to consider local backups as part of your design workflow. Relying only on cloud storage can leave you vulnerable to issues like internet outages, sync errors, or accidental deletions. By regularly saving local copies of your designs, you can protect your work against potential data loss, and also maintain more control over your design versions, especially if you are using Figma's free plan with limited version history. Saving the Figma file into your hard drive is actually very easy. You just have to go here and then click, and then File, and Save Local Copy, and then you click. Now you will see this window, and this is inside my external hard drive, and you can see here that I created a folder for the Figma backups. So you can select the folder, you can change the name of the file if you want, and then click on Open, and then Save. And that's it. Now you can see the file right here. Awesome. In the next lesson, I will teach you how to track and manage your time. In this lesson, you've learned why backing up your documents and files is crucial for data security and accessibility, and also how to back up your documents and files using a local or physical hard drive. Freelancing requires a strong grip on time management, especially if you are balancing it with a full-time job or juggling multiple projects. In this lesson, I will show you how to use Clockify for tracking your work hours, Momentum Dash to stay focused, and a custom calendar for organizing your day, whether you are working around a 9-to-5 or fully immersed in freelancing. Alright, so Clockify is a free and intuitive tool that allows you to track your time accurately across different projects. It provides detailed reports to see how your time is distributed and helps ensure you are billing clients correctly. Although you can get started for free, they also have some paid plans, but these are more targeted towards agencies and also larger companies. As a freelancer, the free plan covers most basic needs, and that's everything you need for now. To open an account, click here where it says sign up free. Then check this box and then continue with Google. Now select your account, continue. Now we are inside of the app. And the first thing I will show you how to do is how to create a project. And you can create a project for different clients. And to do so, you click here where it says projects and you will be taken to this page. Now click on create new project right here. And this will pop up. Now you can add a project name. For example, you can choose a color. And then to create a client, you click here and then add a client name. And then press Ctrl Enter. And now this client is created. Now click on create to create the project. And now you will see the project right here. And when you go to clients, you will see the client we just created right here. Let's go back to the projects page. Now that you have the client in the project, go to the time tracker right here. Let's create a task. First of all, you have to write here what are you working on. Let's say it's web design. Then you click on project right here, and then you create a task. Here you write the name of the task. Let's say it's wireframing. And then you click on save. Now, as you can see here, we have the project and the task for client 1. By clicking this icon right here, you can add a tag, okay? Or you can search for a tag if it's already created. And then this icon right here, let's say that you agreed with the client that there is a specific task that is not billable. You can click this icon and then the time you spend on this task will not count towards the billable hours, okay? For now, we'll keep it activated. I will show you how to set your rate in a moment. Here you can select whether if you want to count the time automatically with the timer or if you want to do it manually, okay? As you can see, now you can add the time here. For now, let's use the timer. When you click start, you can see how it starts counting the time. And then when you click stop, it stops and you will see it right here. Now, when you go to the projects page and you click the project, you will see the tasks right here. And you can change the status here. Now, I will show you how to set your hourly rate. Here, inside of the projects page, go to settings. And then here where it says hourly rate, click on set rate. And now this will pop up. Here you can set your rate. Let's say it's $70. Now here you can select if you want this rate to be applied to all the new entries from now on, or also if you want to include the past entries. For now, we'll keep this one selected and then we'll click save. Now you can see your hourly rate here. Let's see if it works correctly. Let's go to the time tracker. Let's add a new task to the web design project. So let's click here. And then where it says tasks, you click again and then create new task. And you will see this pop up. Let's add a name, something like hi-fi design, for example, and then save. And here where it says, what are you working on? You can write something like first design phase, and then click on start. Now you will see how it starts counting. And then you can click stop. Now you will see it here. Here, in case you stop the timer accidentally, you can fix it by entering the time manually. You just have to click, okay, and then enter the time. Now, let's say you completed a task, but you forgot to start the timer. And you know you've been working from, let's say, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. You can add the entry by clicking here, where it says manual. And then it's the same process. You click on project, and then task, create a new task. Then you add a name, for example, design review, and then save. And now when you go here, you will notice that this change, instead of saying what are you working on, it says what have you worked on, because you are adding the time manually. And you can write here whatever, something like first design review, for example. And before pressing enter, you go here and then you enter the time. Let's say you know you've worked from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So you add it here. And then here you can select the date and then click on add. And now you will see it here. And now when you go to projects and then you click on the project, you will see all the tasks. And then if you go back to projects, you can also see the totals, okay? And then when you click, you will see more details, all right? You can also change the preferences. Let's say you want a different time format, okay? You can go to your profile here and then click and then go to preferences. And then when you click on preferences, you will see here a bunch of options. You can, for example, change the theme to dark mode. All right. You can also change the language. Here you have more options. And then you can also change the time format, the date format, and select a different time zone. So feel free to explore these settings. Now I will show you the calendar. The calendar is very nice and intuitive. And as you can see here, I've extended the time of the task because they were just like a couple of seconds. And in order to see them here, I had to extend the time. And you can extend the time of a task by clicking here and then dragging. And as you can see, it extends the time. Very easy. And then when you go back to the time tracker, you can see how the time is extended. Okay, so it's connected. This line represents your current time, and then you can move things around by clicking and dragging, okay? You can also create duplicates by pressing Ctrl and then clicking and dragging, okay? And as you can see, I created a duplicate. Now, if you want to edit this entry, you can click and then this will pop up. And here you can edit the time entry. And after you finish editing, you click Save. Here you can change the view to week or day, okay? And you can integrate it with Google Calendar by clicking here and then here, okay? All right, if you want to have a general view of everything, you can do so by clicking here where it says dashboard, and here you will have a general view. You can also see some reports by clicking here. Okay, it's loading. All right. This app also has a desktop version and a Chrome extension, and you can install them by going here on your profile. You click and then download apps. You click and you will be taken to this page. And you can see here the desktop version, okay, and then the Chrome extension. You can also install it on your phone. Inside of your account, you can also set some preferences for the entire workspace. And you can do it by clicking here, these three dots right here, and then workspace settings. And here you will have a bunch of options, okay? You can change the currency format, like the working days, a bunch of stuff, so check it out. If you want to explore more advanced features and everything else that this app has to offer, you can do so by visiting this URL, okay? And then you will find a bunch of videos and tutorials, everything here. Now, let's talk about productivity apps. I firmly believe that having too many apps and too many things to track can actually be counterproductive. It's like a paradox, building complexity to remove complexity. That's why I only use one extra productivity app, obviously without counting the main apps, okay? And that app is called Momentum. Momentum is a simple, elegant browser extension that helps me stay focused. And that's it. Well, it's two extra apps actually. The only other app I use is the alarm app on my iPhone. Whenever I have an important meeting or task, I set an alarm on my phone just in case I miss notifications from my calendar or other apps. Now I will show you this app named Momentum. Momentum is a minimalist Chrome extension that transforms your new tab into a personal dashboard with a daily focus, to-do list, beautiful nature photos, inspirational quotes, and other interesting stuff. It basically helps you stay focused and organized by replacing the default new tab with a beautiful, distraction-free interface. It's basically designed to help increase your focus and motivation throughout the day, providing a simple yet effective way to manage your goals and daily tasks. So Momentum has a free plan, which is already great, but if you want to further enhance your productivity, you can also explore the Plus plan, which has a bunch of different features that are very interesting. Okay. When you scroll down, you will see all the features, and it costs $3.33 if you pay annually, and then $4.95 if you pay monthly. All right. But for now, let's focus on the free plan. To install the Chrome extension, click here where it says Add to Chrome. And then here, Add to Chrome again. And you will be redirected to this page. Now you will see this pop up and you have to click on Keep It. Now add your name here and then click on Continue. Your email and then Continue. Now choose a password and then click on Create Account. Okay, so now the extension is installed. And from now on, every time you open a new tab, you will see this page instead of the default Chrome page. I will do a quick walkthrough. Here on the top left, you can see this icon that says links. When you click, you will see this pop up, and here you can basically store any links you want. When you click this plus sign, you can add the links, okay? And they will be saved here. This is the default link, and it basically opens the default Chrome page. If you click, this will open, all right? Let's go back to the Momentum tab. Next to the links, you will see the focus icon. And this is basically a premium feature, but they let you try it. So when you click, you will see this page. Okay, so here in the center, you will see this timer. And this timer basically helps you stay focused, okay? And when you click here, these three dots you will see here, when you hover, you will see a bunch of options. And this method is called Pomodoro. You may be familiar with it. And here you can see the options to complete the timer, restart the timer, add 10 minutes. And here you can add a custom time. For example, let's say you want to focus for 40 minutes. You can add it here. And then the breaks, you can add whatever time you want for breaks. For example, instead of 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can activate the sounds, auto start the timers, hide the seconds. And you can also activate browser notifications, okay? And here, when you click these arrows right here, you can switch to count up, which is basically a regular counter. If you press play, it will start counting your total focus time. Here at the top right, you will see the total focus time for the day. And if you click, you will see more data. And by clicking these three dots, you can edit the daily focus goal. Okay, so at the top left, you will see these icons. And here, you can choose different sounds that can help you focus. Some people prefer silence, but some other people like nature sounds and stuff like that. When you click this icon right here, you will see the site blocker. And this option basically allows you to block multiple sites. And you can also create groups. Here are the default ones: social media, entertainment, news, shopping, and even email. For example, when you click social media, you will see all these social media websites, okay? And you can block them all. You can also add new sites by clicking this plus sign, okay? And you can do the same thing with the other groups, and you can create a new group. When you go inside of a group, you can also rename it by clicking here, or you can delete it as well. To activate this feature, you need to grant permissions, and you can do it by clicking here, and you will see this pop up. and you have to click on Allow. Now all these sites will be black during the focus time. You can also unblock them at any time. I will show you how it works. Now we are on facebook.com. When we start our focus session, the page will be blacked. When you pause the session, the page will be unblocked. Now let's talk about this option, the tab stash. This option basically helps you stash your tabs so you can open them later. And you can activate it by clicking here. Now you will see this. This feature needs additional permissions, and you can grant permissions by clicking here where it says continue. And then this will pop up and you click on allow. And all the tabs we had here basically disappeared. Now when you click on restore last session, all the tabs will appear again. Here you can write your focus. Let's say you are working on a concept project. You can basically write it here. Working on project. And then when it's done, you can click here. Now let's say you want this to minimize and then show on any website you visit. You can do that by going here at the top right and then clicking this icon. And you will see this window. Now when you visit a different site, for example this one, you will see it here. Okay, so keep in mind that with the free plan at the time of this recording, you have 1 hour of focus time. If you need more, you will have to upgrade. Alright, so back to the home page. So here at the bottom, you will see some motivational quotes. And this quote will change every day. So you will see a different quote every day, okay? And this background photo will also change every day. So you will see a motivational quote and a beautiful photo every time you start the browser or open a new tab. And that's amazing. Here at the bottom right of the screen, you will see the tasks. And when you click, you can add a new task. And check it when it's complete. The today list is basically a list of the tasks you want to complete in a single day. Then you have the inbox, which is a list of all your tasks, and the done list, which basically contains all your tasks that are completed. Here at the bottom left, you can see the location of the photo, who took the photo if you hover, right? And when you click these 3 dots, you can see some options. When you click on this year icon, also at the bottom left, you will see more options. So feel free to explore. Now let's talk about your schedule as a web designer. Having a schedule is crucial, but many people live with a lack of organization. They wonder why they never seem to have time or make real progress. And it often comes down to poor time management. I experienced this myself for a long time, until I decided to take action and make a change. So now I will show you 2 calendars. One for those working as a full-time freelance web designer, and another one for those balancing freelancing with a regular 9-to-5 job. Let's dive in. So this is the calendar for the people that can work full-time as a freelance web designer. And as you can see, it's very complete and very balanced. I will zoom a little so you can see it. As you can see, it's structured in a way that you will have time to work out, to do deep work, to learn new things, to rest, to read, like everything. I will show you in a moment the calendar for those of you who have a 9-to-5 job. But first, I will tell you what you have to do with this framework. What you have to do is to download this calendar. You will find the link in the description, okay? And once you have it, you add all these entries one by one into your Google Calendar. Okay, so we are inside of Google Calendar. And if you did everything I showed you in this video correctly, every time you add a task on Trello, it will appear here automatically, okay? Because it's synchronized. Same thing with Clockify. Every time you add an entry, it will appear here without breaking the framework. Let me show you right now. For example, if I go to Trello and then I add a new card, I can call it review call, for example. Then I click here and then I click the card. And then I add a due date here. October 25th, and then 10 p.m. I click on save. And then when I go to my Google Calendar, sometimes we have to wait a little. You can see it here. And this, even if it overlaps with other entries, doesn't break the framework. Let me show you, for example. If we go back to Trello, and then we change this to October 29th at 1 p.m., then we save. Then we go back to the Google Calendar, and then we go to the next week. We'll see it here. As you can see, it overlaps, but it doesn't break the framework. All right, this is for those of you who have a 9-to-5 job, and it follows the same structure, as you can see, okay? The difference, obviously, is that since your 9-to-5 job takes so much time, you will have to work more during the weekends, okay? Obviously, you will have less time to rest, but the idea is that you have to, little by little, transition into working full-time as a freelancer. In this lesson, you learn how to schedule and manage your time, whether you are a full-time freelancer or have a 9-to-5 job. Now let's move to the last lesson of this module. All right, now let's shift our focus to password management and explore how it can enhance your digital security. In today's digital world, managing multiple online accounts securely is essential for freelancers. With so many platforms, tools, and client portals requiring unique logins, it's very easy to fall into the trap of reusing weak passwords or losing track of important credentials. In this lesson, I will introduce you to 1Password, a powerful password management tool designed to help you generate, store, and organize all your passwords securely. Let's dive in. So here is why 1Password is helpful for freelance web designers. Freelance web designers often handle various platforms and tools for different clients, like hosting, CMS, project management tools, and all that. And 1Password securely stores and organizes all these logins, making it easy to switch between accounts. As a freelancer, protecting your client's data is crucial. Okay, so 1Password ensures that sensitive information like website credentials and APIs are stored securely, reducing the risk of breaches. With the autofill feature, you can quickly log into websites and tools without manually entering credentials each time, saving you some time during the workday. Whether you are working from your laptop, tablet, or phone, 1Password syncs your data across all devices, ensuring you can access your passwords wherever you are. So, in a nutshell, since we are always juggling multiple projects and client accounts, 1Password provides the organization, security, and convenience needed to stay productive and safeguard sensitive information. So this tool is not free, and here you can see the pricing for the individual plan. And when you pay annually, it costs $2.99 a month. And if you pay monthly, it costs $3.99 a month. And if you can't afford it right now, you can still try it for 14 days. And then keep it in mind for the future because it's worth it. All right, so to create an account, go to 1password.com and then click here where it says Get Started. Now click where it says Personal and then Monthly, right here. You can also select Annually if you prefer. And click here where it says Try for 14 days. Here in this page, you will be asked if you want to add the browser extension. And I advise you to do it because it's very useful. So click here and then Add to Chrome. And then Add extension. Done. Now add your name and your email here. And then click on Next. Now verify your email and then click on Next. You can read this information right here and then Next. Now add your desired password for your account, and you have to be very careful because for security reasons, you won't be able to reset your password later, okay? So make sure you don't forget this password. After you add a strong password, click on Next. Here in this page, you will be asked if you want to add a payment method, but you can skip this for now if you want by clicking here. Now click on this button to generate the secret key. Now download the PDF and keep it safe. You can also print it. That way you will have an extra copy. After downloading the PDF, click on Next. Now you will see this page to set up the browser extension. So check this and then click on I'm all set. Now you can import your passwords if you want by clicking here. You will be taken to this page and then you will see all these apps and services you can import your password from. You can even add your passwords manually if you have them written down or memorized by clicking here. Okay. For now, I will click on I am all set. You can now open the app by going here and then clicking this icon in the toolbar. And then pin the extension and then click. So this is the Chrome extension and you can open the web app by clicking here. Okay, so once you are here, the next thing you have to do is to download the apps, and you can do it by going to your profile right here and then clicking and then get the apps. And in this page, you will see all the options. Make sure to install the app in multiple devices because that gives you more security. If you lose access in one device, you can still access through a different device. Now go to your profile settings by clicking here and then My Profile. And then inside you will see a bunch of different stuff. Here you will see a bunch of options, okay? And then you will also see right here your login emergency kit. Make sure to save it, okay? Now let's go to the personal vault where you can basically store anything you want protected, not just passwords, okay? And to access the vault, you can go to your profile and then click and then manage my personal vault. And you will see this page. Here you have some options to customize it. You can change the icon, for example. And you can access the vault by clicking here where it says View Vault. And now you are inside of your vault. And here you can see the main menu, okay? And then you can change some settings by clicking here and then going to settings. You can manage your account. You can set it up in another device and all that, okay? Okay, here on the left side, you will see your accounts and everything else that's protected, okay? And let's say you want to share a login to an account with a client. You can do so by clicking on the account, and then you will see this page. Then you go to share right here, and then you click, and then you will see the options to share, okay? Now let's say you want to add here an account, a document, a contract, or whatever. You can do so by clicking here on the right side where it says New Item, and then this will pop up. And then here you can see everything you can add, which is a bunch of stuff. Let's say you just sign a freelancing contract and you want to save it here instead of having it in a normal folder in your computer. You can do so by clicking on Document, and then here you can drag and drop your file, okay? And then you can add some notes here. What's nice about having the browser extension is that every time you sign in, you will be prompted to save the login credentials in 1Password. And then when you click, you will see this pop up, and then you can save this information across all your devices. If you want to explore more advanced stuff about digital security, you can do so by visiting this URL, okay? And then you will see this page with a bunch of different webinars packed with valuable information. You can also visit this page where you will find many different resources. In a nutshell, 1Password is an important tool for freelance web designers, helping you securely manage all your passwords and sensitive information in one place. It streamlines logins, improves security, and makes sharing credentials with clients simple and safe. Whether you are working solo or collaborating with others, 1Password ensures your digital life stays organized and better protected. In this lesson, you've learned the importance of unifying and protecting your passwords, and also how to set up 1Password to protect your logins, documents, and files. This module gave you the essential tools and techniques to work efficiently, manage time, and secure your data as a freelance web designer. Alright, congratulations on completing Module 8. In the next module, I will teach you how and when to register as a business. Thanks for your attention.